Hello, good morning everyone. Now we are going through our last chapter, that is absorption and external reconstruction of our company. See, in the absorption and external reconstruction, the accounts of amalgamations of the company, which we have already learned in our previous chapter, that is amalgamation of company. Under that, what are the chapter is there? First, you have to calculate net assets. Same way, we have to calculate net assets in the absorption and reconstruction. How you can find out the net assets? The formula of net assets would be total assets minus external liabilities. You will get net assets. The rules is same like there in a amalgamation. What are the rules? If market value of any assets is given in the example, then you should take market value of that particular assets, and other assets, which it means that the market value of other assets is not given, so we have to continue with the book value of that particular assets. Same way the rules with regard to external liabilities. Now after that, the second question is of purchase consideration. If the purchase consideration is given in the question, then you should follow that particular amount. Otherwise, you have to calculate purchase consideration like a previous chapter, that is amalgamation of the company. Same way we have to calculate absorption. Same way here it is also given is like that. What's the main difference between amalgamation and absorption? Under amalgamation, one or two company, two or more company combines together mutually, but in absorption such type of concept will not be there. Under absorption, one company which is considered as a giant company will take over the another weak company, or we can say that a small company. Like this, here in amalgamation, a company existing or vendor old company B, which is also a old company, they are forming a new company, that is AB company purchasing new company. Under in absorption, A company existing company, B company absorbed company, it means it is a giant company which is a weak, or we may say the small company. The company A will purchase the business of B company, then the existence of only A will be there in future. Clear? It is the main purpose of absorptions. Now there are n number of questions here in the contents. Introduction, absorption. What is the absorption? We have given difference between amalgamation and absorption, which is also from the examination point of view theory. Accounting of absorption, what we have done? Accounts in the books of vendor company, it means absorbed company, journal entries and required accounts. Same way accounts in the books of purchasing company, absorbing company, general company, new opening balance sheet. Same way as like we are preparing in the amalgamation. Special points regarding absorption, that is market value of share, intrinsic value of share and intercompany transaction, not the point of syllabus. It means that which is not in your syllabus, right? So you have to calculate only market value and intrinsic value. How you can calculate market value of share and intrinsic value of share? See, intrinsic value of share, it's quite easy. Net assets upon number of equity share, you will get intrinsic value. While under the market value, you have to calculate rate of dividend. So it is quite simple as calculation. When we are practical sum will start, you will get easily. Now illustration and summary. Now I will going through the importance point of this particular chapter. Yes, special points with regard to absorption of account. About the market value of share, here market value of share, and now the intrinsic value of share. If the existing, it means giant company, is solvent and has a goodwill, then the market price of its share is generally high, like a Reliance. If this company issue its shares of satisfaction of purchase consideration to vendor company, naturally the market price is to be taken into consideration. Number of shares are to be ascertained on the basis of market price of shares. The difference between market price per share and face value per share is called a premium per share. Mind you well, market price, the difference between market price and face value is a premium per share for a old company. Now, intrinsic value of shares, in some practical question and sometimes in case of absorption, the purchase consideration is required to be calculated with keeping in view the intrinsic value of shares of both the company. In such cases, the calculation of proportionate number of shares is required. For the payment of purchase consideration, generally in place of market value of share, the intrinsic value of share is to be considered. To ascertain the intrinsic value of shares, the following 3 steps calculation are required. First, net assets. It means same way total assets minus total liabilities. Number of shares, total paid up share capital upon paid. Intrinsic value is the formula of intrinsic value of shares. To fix the value of net assets, following points should be kept in mind. Same like we are in a previous one. In the amalgamation, net assets means reliable value of assets. If the reliable value is not value, then the book value such assets. Fictitious assets is a preliminary expense. On share discount, they are not to be considered. Same way which we have not considered in our previous chapter. The goodwill is an intangible real asset, but it is reliable value is given, then that amount is to be added to the total asset. If value of goodwill is given in the adjustment, then such value of goodwill is taken in the total assets, otherwise not. Same way, all current assets and fixed assets including investments are to be considered at their reliable value, new value, or as per market value. While calculating the amount of total liabilities, owners fund such as reserve, surplus, credit balance of P&Ls are not to be considered. Remind you well, while calculating total liability, at that time reserves and capitals are not to be considered, because only external liabilities will be deducted from the total assets while calculating net assets. Only debts or liabilities payable to the third party or outsider are to be considered and added to the total liabilities. It is given in the question. The amount of net assets are to be ascertained by deducting the total amount liabilities from the total assets. See, now we are going through one illustration, so you'll get easily the questions. Balance sheet of Sanjay Limited as on 31st March 2020 is given. Here is the balance sheet. Sanjay Limited sold its business to Conduct Limited for the purpose of absorption under accounting standard 14. The following terms: total fixed assets of Sanjay will be taken over by the Kuldeep Limited at a book value. It means here market value is not given, so we have to calculate book value. 5,10,000, 10,000 and 1,55,000. Debenture will be redeemed at 10% premium. The amount of debenture 1 lakh plus 10% premium, it means 1,10,000. Liquidation expense will be 4,000. The market value of investment of workman accidents and compensation fund is 24,000 is to be considered. Now the value of 10,000 will increase to 24,000. Conduct Limited gives 27,000 equity share of rupees 10 each at a rate of 12% and the balance amount in cash. You are required to find out the net assets, purchase consideration, and give your opinion, calculate purchase consideration. First we have to calculate the net assets. Now as per the balance sheet, investment fund is assets 5,10,000 is like same. Now in place of 10,000 investment we have to take 24,000 because the market value is 24,000 is given over here. Now the debtors 1,70,000 because it is a reserve will not be considered. If it is a bad debts, then we have to deduct from it. So we have to take 1,70,000 as assets, total 7,04,000 assets. Then we have to deduct liabilities like doubtful debts, that is 15,000, creditors 2 lakh, and employees profit sharing funds. Creditors, employees profit sharing fund is like that 2,60,000. The net assets would be 4,44,000. Now purchase consideration, equity share purchase consideration, that is 3,30,000. Net assets 4,40,000, like 3,30,000. Cash, the amount which is paid in cash is cash 1,44,000. It's quite simple. Now the amount of debenture with premium 1,10,000 and the liquidation expense 4,000 are not included in purchase consideration. See, In case of purchase consideration, debenture and liquidation expense is not. If we are preparing final balance sheet of that particular company, then we have to take such consideration, otherwise not. Right, this is quite simple chapters. So we will going through this. Again another question like illustration 2. Kanha Limited agreed to absorb Goodwill Limited with the following terms. These are the terms of absorption, nature of purchase, market price of assets which is given. Here is the balance sheet. So first we have to calculate net assets, purchase consideration which is also given in the question. Equity holder of Goodwill Limited with 6% premium, 10 lakhs at 6% premium, it means 10,60,000 against purchase consideration. Then preference share of 9, will get 9 preference share each of rupees 10 of Kanha Limited against 5 preferences. Face value of both the companies' preference share is equal, so 90,000 into 10, it means 9 lakh. Total purchase consideration is 19,60,000. Now assets will be considered as a market value, plant again market value, land and building again market value, investment again market value, other assets, debtors are taken at BDR. So debtors as it is, cash as it is, bank as it is. The total of assets is 27 lakh. Now we have to take bad debts reserves, BDR 10%, which is not given here. We have to take BDR 10%. It is a print mistake, we have to take 10%. Creditors and debentures, creditors, debentures and BDR. So the net assets would be 21,60,000. Now we are going through the net assets minus purchase consideration, that is capital reserve will be considered as a 2 lakh. So we have to put in our balance sheet capital reserve 2 lakh. Other amount is like same one, 10 lakh, 19 lakh, 60,000 to be considered as your premium, which is also given the 60,000, 6% premium. So 60,000 long-term debenture as it is, creditor as it is, assets, market value, debtors less BDR, cash and bank as it is. It is your question, which is same like amalgamation. It's quite simple one, right? These are the main 2 questions. You have to calculate another 2 questions like from the exercise. You have to calculate practical question 1 in your homework. Question number 1. If possible, you will calculate question number 1. Otherwise, I will detect you the questions. Thank you.